Hello and Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to this edition of Fedmail. Thank you for joining us this week. I hope you, your family members, your friends and loved ones are all doing well. I hope that you're continuing to take the necessary precautions to keep you safe and keep our community safe. I want to thank all of the generous donors who have sent in pledges to this current annual campaign. We're now in campaign 2021. Many of you should have received a mailing several weeks ago outlining the campaign and asking for a contribution to our efforts. Please remember that Jewish Federation, first of all, relies on the generosity of our donors, our community members. But the reason that we ask for these funds is to support all of the great things that happen here in Central Mass. For example, supporting Jewish identity among young people. One of the most important things we can do as a Jewish community. We do that by providing scholarships, providing stipends to attend conferences, by helping to fund our religious schools. Jewish Federation is, of course, also the infrastructure of our Jewish community. When we need to have a voice, we are the ones who are able to go to our elected officials and speak on behalf of Jewish life here. We coordinate efforts, maintain the community calendar, among other things. And then, of course, we help to fund all of the programs and projects that take place here that, of course, are funded through Jewish Federation, like the JCC's annual Film Fest and Author Series, other programs at the JCC, programs at our congregations, assistance with that. We also coordinate security, programming and training between our local law enforcement officials. And then on a global scale, Jewish Federation, or a portion of the donations to Jewish Federation, go to our partner agencies around the world and in our sister city of Fula. So a gift to Jewish Federation touches lives right here in Central Mass specifically, but also around the world in so many different ways. And with all of the turmoil, chaos, and uncertainty taking place, it's important to recognize that Jewish Federation is also here to help those in our community who are in need. We set up a COVID fund, and we've helped a number of families that way. But Federation is also the lender of last resort in a lot of cases. There have been times throughout the history of our local community when different organizations and agencies have found themselves in difficult financial situations, and they've asked Federation to step in and help. And we've been there to do that. We are the safety net of the community, and that's really important. So those are just a few of the reasons why I hope that you'll join us this year to be our partners, to help in these efforts and to support these efforts. But most importantly, I want to say thank you. Thank you. We are grateful on behalf of all of those who are able to be helped through Federation and all of the projects that are funded. We're grateful to you, our donors, for generously giving and supporting and caring about Jewish life. That is what I think is needed in today's world, and I want to say thank you for that. So if you would, please join us. Coming up on September 9th, we will be having the Federation's annual meeting. And again, normally that's held in person at the JCC. There's some fanfare with it. We usually have food and balloons, and there's a lot of excitement around it. We get a good turnout for it. I hope that the virtual annual meeting that we're planning will also have a good turnout. If you haven't yet RSVP'd, send an email to director@jfcm, and in the coming days, we will send you the link to the annual meeting. We'd like to open it up to everyone and just send the link now, but unfortunately, there have been instances of what's called Zoom bombing, where someone with bad intentions gets in on the call and disrupts the meeting. We don't want that to happen, and in light of the many unfortunate anti-Semitic incidents that have taken place, we just can't take a risk and have that happening. So we will need you to RSVP, and we'll make a recording of that available to those who might not be able to join us on September 9th that evening. Thank you once again. Thank you to all of the lay leaders who help us do what we do. I really just want to say thanks. Have a great week. Wish you good health. And make sure you pay attention to the links that are sent out in Fedmail. You can enjoy some enriching programs and check out what your local synagogues, what your local congregation that you belong to is doing, and our other congregations that you might not belong to. See what's going on in the community. There's a lot of great stuff happening right here in Central Mass, and you are to thank for it. Thank you guys. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye. Shabbat Shalom.